Welcome to the show, everyone. We have a very special guest for you here today.
Who's that in your bed sheets, man? What's going on here?
That's not my bed sheets.
No.
That's
It's a Cape Crusader?
No, that's a wizard in a cape.
Freaking sheets? Where are we going with this?
Nope.
How far are we taking this?
We got a wizard.
Who?
With a cape. Wizard.
Who's behind the sheets?
We got
Just
the wizard.
tell me.
We got the wizard here. Who are you?
Dave, you wanted this.
You got it.
You got it.
He's got it.
Whoa! Devin's here today. Everyone, welcome Devin to the show, man. Very spectacular entrance there. Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
I honestly thought that's how he normally enters a building. So I don't see how it's really once you've seen it like once or twice, like, that's just a wizard. You don't really think about it. Like that's Devin. That's just.
Well, I don't get to see it that often.
That's true, yeah.
I see the end. I see his end performance.
You see that? You see the exit.
The exit. That's right.
Gotcha.
I see the exit. I do see the exit.
Mm-hmm. So puff of smoke. You don't really see the whole.
No.
Cape,
puff of smoke. Gone.
Sheets. Something on.
Yeah, he's gone. So, how you doing today, man?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing just fine, man. I appreciate you coming out here and everything. Help me support this and everything else like that. So, how are you doing today, Freddie?
Thank you for asking, and not sideline me as usual. So I'm doing okay, man.
Yeah, I'm giving you your 5 seconds of fame.
That's all I ask for.
5 seconds.
I don't ask a lot. 5 seconds.
Okay. Your 5 seconds are done now. So
Finito.
Let's move it on here. So, Devin, while you're on your way here, what were you listening to? Were you listening to any type of music or anything like that?
I'm pretty sure we heard it, but go on.
Yeah. I was listening to my Five Finger Death Punch on Pandora.
You know who also likes Five Finger Death Punch? Dave. And soon we're coming for you, Dave.
The same Dave.
The same Dave.
I knew it.
The same Dave.
I knew it.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mike, I don't know. Mike calls Five Finger Death Punch butt rock. Just want to put that out there. But we're not going to get into that right now. We're just going to keep it going. So you're listening to Five Finger Death Punch. Were you rocking out to it? Were you singing to it or anything like that?
Yeah, I'm just kind of rocking out.
Awesome, man. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Was the cape on? Did you put it on before you got here? Because I'm really confused with this cape situation.
So if you wear the cape while you're driving and you're looking around or looking for blind spots or something, it kind of gets in the way.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I get that.
You get it
I
out,
get that.
but it is attached to the back of the seat so that I just grab it off the back of the seat and just whirl it around.
Oh, man.
And it goes
Just
right
like
on,
that.
you know?
Awesome, man. That's some good stuff.
I mean, it's good to know for future, if anyone's wondering.
That's how you put on
If you
a
have a
proper
cape situation
Putting on a cape, you got to whirl it around, man.
now,
You just don't put it on just like a regular jacket.
Oh, no. You don't do that.
Whirl it around, man.
you just put it on like a
Little loosey-goosey there or something.
oh, loosey goosey.
Loosey-goosey?
Oh no, he puts it on nimbly bimbly. He puts it all on nimbly bimbly like.
Oh man, Freddie's in fine spirits today. So, Freddie, what were you listening to today? Let's give you a little bit more than 5 seconds of fame.
I was listening to.
Okay, we're done with you. All right. So, Devin, if you could have any superpower, what would it be? You watch superhero movies and all that stuff, Marvel, DC.
Yeah, I do. I've watched a lot of the movies. If you're talking about superpowers, I kind of like how the Hulk is kind of portrayed.
Okay.
But it'd have to be more of, I guess you could call it the smarter Hulk, where he's kind of
at the end,
at the end there, where he's able to have his conscience and intelligence and stuff like that.
That's right.
But if we were gonna go, another route, I'd be more of like I like how Batman, Bruce Wayne kind of thing.
Yeah. He's not really, I guess his superpower's being rich. And he's very athletic acrobatic and all that stuff. I mean,
he also has a cape.
He does have a cape.
So you're going with the Hulk with this with the Hulk, or what do you think?
Do you like the Hulk movies?
Man,
I do like the Hulk movies. The first one was kind of odd. Edward Norton's one was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
The second one, right? When he
yeah,
fought the Abomination Hulk.
Yeah, where you fought.
I think that one was
Abomination.
definitely better. The first one, a little, man. I get it, but
Fighting his dad or something,
Yeah.
some deranged dogs or something. I thought that was kind of weird.
Have you rode the Hulk roller coaster?
I have at Universal. Yes, I have.
Hulk roller coaster?
Yeah, there is a Hulk roller coaster.
Yep.
It's green. I think that's really about it. You walk through some Hulk stuff in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a roller coaster that goes 0 to 60. And they have some sort of time frames of something, but pretty quick, 0 to 60. And after that, it's just a roller coaster.
Mm-hmm.
But it's green, so.
Okay, I guess so, man.
But he knows what I'm talking about. He
Definitely
rode it.
been on it. I was on it 2013 when I went to Disney and everything with a friend and his uncle.
Oh, nice, man. Cool.
Drove down.
Cool.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah, I do want to say thank you for the addition here to the studio.
Definitely, definitely.
Very, very awesome.
There's something back there? What is that?
What is this? This is the poster of
of you?
RoboCop, man. No,
You put
no.
yourself up there?
Nope.
What's going on here?
No.
No?
Definitely. I mean, if you think about it, that's really why I got it. I mean,
Oh, you got it because it resembles me because we're
No,
Def-
it reminds
bald and white. We're white and bald.
no.
from
We'll take he's
this
not bald.
area
He's not bald.
over.
From this area.
Yeah.
This area here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, you're that type of guy who, if you work in the street,
Oh yeah.
you'd walk up and say, "You're coming with me, dead or alive."
Whoa.
You know?
There's some heavy words there.
I know, but
All right. But
I'm
yeah,
not saying
man. I
that's a
guess
bad thing.
I don't know if I could live up to the legend of Alex Murphy there.
It's very tough, man. It's
Yes,
hard.
it is.
I mean,
So
Yes,
I'm
it
glad
is.
to have a
he's
fellow.
he's more than a man.
He's half
Cyborg, half
She-
man,
part
half
part
machine.
man, part machine, all cop.
Oh, you had to
Part
read it.
man,
I didn't read it. No.
part machine,
Okay.
all
I'm glad to have
cop.
another advocate of Robo. I'm not alone in this journey.
Okay,
so
man.
that's
All
good
right,
to
all
know.
right.
That's the future of law enforcement.
I mean,
The future of law enforcement.
So, I mean, it says it right there.
yeah, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
1987, I guess it came out. All that stuff. So awesome. So Freddie, we were talking earlier. A bunch of things that Freddie did bring up here. Most likely something in the news, right? Something major happened.
Like what? Are you looking back there for some reason? Or
No.
No?
It's Kentucky Derby. That's
Oh,
what it
not
is.
that?
Kentucky
Oh,
Derby.
okay.
Are you sure? Because
No.
I have a lot of
Nothing.
questions about that poster.
Oh
A lot
yeah.
of questions, but I don't think it's my place to ask those
I
questions.
don't think we have an episode long enough to answer these questions.
Okay.
Agreed.
Well,
Agreed.
He agrees.
Agreed.
He knows where we're going with this.
Okay.
Agreed. But
Well.
anyway, we'll get back to Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, the Kentucky Derby, man.
You said it before he did. You truly are a wizard. How did you know he was going to say that?
He's reading my
That-
mind. Read my
Are
mind.
you a sorcerer as well?
I dabble.
You dabble.
I
Okay, all right.
dabble.
Makes sense now.
Yep, definitely.
Makes sense.
Mhm.
I gotcha. So big news, I guess. Whoever watches this episode or anything, I don't know if you'd watch the Kentucky Derby too. There's way too.
I'm sure
way
a
too
lot of people
different things.
watch it. You know?
I did not watch Kentucky Derby. Did you? Do you watch Kentucky Derby?
I never got into like
Yeah.
horse racing and
Something like
betting
that.
and stuff like that on that.
Freddie, did you watch Kentucky Derby?
I mean, I did. I watched it.
You did watch it.
Honestly, it's what 2 minutes. It's a
That's
1
it.
mile race. I mean,
That's it, right? 2 minutes.
That's it.
2
They have
minutes?
other stuff beforehand, after.
I got you.
It's really nothing to. You put it on, you watch it for 10, 15 minutes, and then you move on.
So this big news is, I guess this Rich Strike was the horse that won it, and his odds were astronomical. Right? It was like 80 to 1 odds.
I think even before that, it was 90 something, 99, 90 something to 1. I think if I'm not mistaken. So it's funny, funny that his name is Rich Strike, but if you flip it,
Strike it rich.
Strike it rich,
Strike rich.
which
Which he actually
they
did.
actually-
The owner
yeah,
winning that race, that Rich Strike won that race. That owner, from what I believe, is $1.8 million. That owner got
for the
That's-
jackpot.
That's ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for riding a horse.
Yeah, for a horse race, man. I mean that's
yeah,
crazy.
think about it, you throw $10 on, what do you win? $800. Ridiculous.
Oh man.
Only a sorcerer of some sort, if we knew somebody, could have told us about this who dabbled in it.
Well,
I mean, where were you 5 days ago?
5 days ago?
5 days ago, where were you?
I can't give that.
oh, you can't get that information. Whoa, man.
I can't give that
Were you
information.
pouring a hot pot of water and stirring it?
No, that's like a witch.
That's a witch?
What are you
That's-
doing,
that's a
man?
witch.
Like, that's,
Sorcerers do that.
I don't think
Okay, quick question.
Go ahead.
Where's your staff? Where do you keep it? Don't look down there. Where do you keep your staff?
Oh man. Yo, man, you're putting them right on the spot there.
So I can't bring it to work because they'll think it's a weapon.
Oh yeah.
So it definitely sits at my house. But if I ever need it,
There you go, man.
it'll show up immediately.
You summon it. Does it fly to your hands?
Definitely.
Lord of the Rings?
Come out. It'll come. Listen. It'll come out of nowhere. Nope.
Oh,
it'll
like
come out of
Thor,
nowhere
like Thor.
Yeah.
and just whoop.
So that's why you didn't say Thor, because you already have that power. I get it now.
Interesting. So talking about movies and stuff like that, not to be jumping around, but do you think that movie theaters are going to be making a comeback or anything like that with all this whole coronavirus thing? And
I don't really think that coronavirus. I mean, coronavirus had some play on it because they closed everything and closed contact and stuff. But I feel like with all this streaming,
like the new age of streaming platforms.
Peacock and Disney Plus and Hulu and all that. Like
What was that first one?
Peacock.
Just checking.
Okay.
Netflix, Disney Plus.
So you can get like most of those already early access kind of things. HBO
Gotcha.
Max is another. Or that's how I watched the new Batman without having to go to the movie theater.
HBO Max.
So let me ask you a
On
question.
HBO
Would you
Max.
pay more money to watch it at home versus going to a movie theater?
Well, I luck out that I don't pay a dime for HBO Max. So
But in theory, let's say you did. Let's say you had to buy the movies
Mm-hmm.
and everything. You know, just speculation here. Because you have some sort of sorcery power over HBO. So would you rather go to the movie theaters or would you rather watch it at home?
a little mix of both because you can sit down and actually have the popcorn and get the experience.
You like that whole
the
experience and
nostalgia.
stuff?
I like the nostalgia. I mean,
With the kids kicking the chair behind
well,
you and
That's all part of the
yes and
experience.
no, but
the sticky
experience.
floors,
you get,
walking
well,
on
you
the
get the
sticky
same thing if you go on
floors.
an
The
airplane.
smell. That's the experience, man. The IMAX, you don't get that at home.
Well, yeah, I would go see stuff more in IMAX. I definitely like that.
Yeah.
3D.
But
3D view and all that
assuming
stuff, but-
he knows what I know, when we see the new Batman, I'm going to the IMAX. Avatar 2, I'm seeing that in IMAX.
Yeah, definitely.
Other
Not the regular
Transformers,
theater.
seeing it in IMAX. I'm not going to the regular theater. So then it goes back to, is that enough to keep these movie theaters going?
Well, change all the movie theaters to IMAX.
Oh, man, I don't think, because not everyone's going to pay the extra dollar to do that.
Well, they have been showing like some 3D movies in regular theaters, but it's not the whole. You see what I'm saying? The whole setup like an IMAX has. It's not the same quality, I don't think.
I mean, the IMAX, you just get the actual sound. You have the little bit of the wraparound movie screen that they so what call. And
I gotcha.
so, I mean, I think the IMAX has like a little bit of comfortable seats. Well, you know, some actually theaters actually have reclining seats.
Yeah.
Where you can recline.
The theater by me has the recliner seats and everything.
Yeah.
Really nice.
I've been to one as well.
Fall asleep on 'em.
It's awesome, man.
So how do you get rid of something like that? But in the same time, how do you keep the business going? So,
Well, I don't know, man. I think movie theaters are going to be like few and far between, but they'll still have them there for nostalgic and stuff like that. But not as many as that they do have. I don't think we're saturated with movie theaters around us here.
not that we're saturated, but it, you know,
But at the same time, too, it's like I'd rather watch a movie in my own home comfortably. I'm gonna be, I could eat my own food, all that stuff. Where I'm limited whatever's there I gotta get?
Yes and no.
See what I'm saying?
I'm 50-50,
Yes and no.
man. The three of us right now, let's say, perfect example. Three of us go. Let's go see the new Batman. All right, yeah, we're all going. You don't have that same.
Come over to my house and watch Batman.
No, thank you.
You can wear your Batman underoos. I know you got Batman underoos.
Because he'll bring his Batman cape. It'll just keep going. Are you gonna wear your Batman mask?
I mean, if you think about it, if you watch it
in
from
my
home,
batarangs.
if you watch it from home, you can eat. He's right. You can eat whatever you want.
Yeah, I can be comfortable.
But
you know,
as a kid, when I was going to the movie theater,
well, yeah.
you bring a girl, and she stuffs everything in the pocketbook.
Well, that too. Yeah, true.
You know, so you're not really limited. I mean, there was a movie theater. They closed because of COVID. But there was a movie theater by me that actually was selling like the same normal stuff like nachos and hot dogs, and then they actually added White Castle burgers to the actual list.
You can't beat that.
Oh
man,
you cannot beat that.
Your argument,
we're null and void. Argument null and void.
You're
We're going to that movie theater.
You can't anymore. You cannot anymore.
What?
They closed it because of COVID. They closed
Looks
it.
like we just found our new business adventure.
Which is
White Castle.
Yeah.
White Castle.
Which is completely crazy because they were a standalone movie theater.
Yeah.
And you have Lowe's Theater. Yeah. I have a Lowe's by me. There's like nobody ever in there. Mm-hmm. Like you walk in, you're waiting for the tumbleweed to kind of go across. The popcorn's like
Western.
10, 15 years old. Yeah. And the candy's all stale too. But somehow this nostalgic place is staying afloat. And it's one standalone. I mean, and they were always busy. And then that one year with COVID just shut them down.
I got you, man.
So the question is that would you still prefer? And I think I would prefer to go to the movie theaters with certain movies because that makes a difference when you're watching the movie. So Avatar is I think Kenny brought up that.
Yeah. Kenny was watching Avatar before he actually came on the show.
So if I'm not mistaken,
if you watched the whole movie. I mean, that's a long movie.
Yeah, it's a long movie, but watching that movie in theater versus home, still a good movie.
Yeah.
It
having a big screen.
So let me ask you a question. Watching Terminator, watching RoboCop in those movie theaters.
Oh, yeah.
Had to have had a major difference of thought and opinion of the movies.
Yeah.
So versus watching at home. Maybe watching at home.
I would have to say certain movies. I wouldn't go, of course.
Well, see, and you know why?
Yeah,
because
you got me. You got me.
Let me ask you this. Could you imagine watching The Predator in the movie theater?
No, I couldn't imagine it because it was out before I could go to movies.
But don't you think that would give you that rating so much more higher? Like, I know it's rated higher for you now, but could you imagine going to the movie theater, getting popcorn, having that experience, and watching it? It would bring it up.
As a kid.
Let's say as an adult. Yeah, let's even go as an adult, going to that movie theater, and let's even say 30 years old, your age.
Yeah.
Going there at 30 and watching that, it has to be an experience that, I mean, it can't be beat. So I don't know. Maybe you agree, maybe you disagree. I like to hear what you have to say.
No. I think you're absolutely right. And a movie I'll talk about was the original Blair Witch. I must have saw that movie like 5 or 6 times in the movie theater, just because like that movie there was no other movie like it at that time. You ever seen that? You ever seen
that's original? One I haven't seen. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, man.
So when you said witch, you looked over there. Now, do you guys have problem with witches? Do you run into a lot of witches?
No.
Do you hate witches?
Well,
do you tell witches to leave?
I don't hate witches. They kind of nix them out and Salem.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I understand.
I was there.
There's no use for witches in your problem with your area. Yeah, I get it.
We're good.
Yeah. But it goes back to if movie theaters were gone tomorrow.
Okay. Would I miss them?
Yes. So it goes into actually, would you rate movies differently, and would you miss it? Think about going back to the drive-through theaters.
Have you ever been to a drive-through theater?
I have not. but
there is one.
Yeah.
There is
Yeah.
one. Have you been to
I haven't. I've seen a lot of there's a lot of like beach towns that try to do that whole
I got you.
drive-in kind of movie theater thing.
I mean, that's some cool. That's some but that's like some classic nostalgic stuff, man.
Yeah,
that I would,
yeah.
It's very similar to setting up a big screen in your backyard and having everyone sitting out in blankets and watching a movie.
Which you do, and I've never been invited to. I don't know why.
What do you mean?
The internet troll strikes again.
Did you check your mailbox? I'm just wondering.
What mailbox? My actual
You don't have a mailbox?
Snail mail or email? Which one? Are we going electronic?
So he's talking about movie theaters here. So he's obviously got to be referring to the snail mail,
Snail mail.
not with
what
the
else?
times.
I mean, he gets it.
I mean, like me,
You wrote
I
me
just
a letter,
listen. I write something
I wrote
down,
you a letter.
an invitation.
and then the invitation just magically appears. It just magically appears at your house.
He gets it. He knows.
I don't use snail mail. I don't use email.
Is this like Harry Potter type deal?
Just droop, and it shows up.
So I stick the letter in the portal. Comes out. He knows. He gets it.
Yep.
He knows.
All right, well,
He's done it.
We're gonna have to dive more into this wizardry.
I mean, he plans on to reveal secrets. You ever see a magician reveals the secrets?
No, you can't.
He can't do it.
can't
That's
do
why
it.
he had to wear the mask. That's why he wore the cape.
It's true.
Dave doesn't know who he is right now. No clue.
Dave. Speaking of Dave,
So do you think? Again, I go back to not to kind of not trying to beat a dead horse here, but
but
you agree that movie theaters should still be around,
yes,
but
I
the
don't know
ones
about
that aren't doing so well
the prices,
probably.
though. The prices are ridiculous, though.
Yeah.
You're spending about like $80 if two people are going to get tickets and food and all that stuff. Like I can't remember the last time I went to a movie theater. I think I saw The Joker. I think that was it.
In
Yeah.
movies.
I didn't even see.
Yeah,
I didn't even see that in
I
theaters.
saw The Joker in the theaters.
Oh wait,
and
no, I actually did see that in theaters.
Yeah, it
Let
was
me
like
correct
a lot.
myself.
I think it was
I
like
did, and I thought he played the Joker pretty well.
yeah, Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin
all that
Phoenix
stuff. It was pretty good,
pretty
man.
well.
That interpretation and all that stuff, it was good. I think that was in its own universe. Maybe I don't think that's in the same universe as Batman Begins.
I would say not the same timeline. I would go with not the
Yes.
same timeline. If you're talking about,
timelines.
yeah, I would say not the same timeline. But if you're talking about Spider-Man, all that stuff like that,
Yeah.
then I would say
Multiverse.
not the same multiverse or something. But
Yeah, so it's definitely there's different Earths, and so the original Batman Bruce Wayne that we know is I believe it's Earth 0,
Yeah,
and then
Yep.
that Joker's from the Killing Joke comic book.
Yeah.
Arthur Fleck, and he's a
Yeah.
comedian.
Yep.
And what happens is he tries to make some money. He's having a kid come into the world, and his girl, and they're living in like a 1-bedroom apartment.
Oh wait! Spoiler alert on that. If anyone didn't see that movie, so
that's-
my bad.
yeah.
My bad.
Well, this doesn't portray the same way as the movie. So the comic book and the actual animated was he goes out and he puts on what they call the Red Hood, which is a tuxedo, red cape, and it's like a red frosted helmet. And he tries to go to Ace Chemicals and rob Ace Chemicals.
Yep.
Police show up. He starts running, trips on the cape,
Yep.
falls into the vat.
in there.
And that's what portrays him to become the Joker. And also in that was where Barbara Gordon, who was Batgirl,
Yeah.
finds out. He finds out the her identity.
Yeah.
Shows up at the apartment, shoots her, and paralyzes her,
Yeah. I remember that.
which then changes her to Oracle,
Oracle. Yes, that's right.
and
Absolutely.
then she helps Batman with all the
all the crime
technical stuff and
Yep.
comms and stuff like that.
Does that make you second guess your cape wearing situation, length? Go to a tailor. Let me make sure I don't trip on this.
No,
Don't want to step on it.
no, because I'm not. I'm pretty
You just disappear.
conscious. I know where the cape is when I'm walking.
Yeah, you're not
You
a
ever-
moron.
Have you ever seen a wizard trip over his own cape? No.
Never.
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 Because it's magical.
I'm gonna go with no.
Magical cape.
Mm-hmm.
Are they called capes? For
Well, depends
Well,
on
cloaks.
You can get cloaks.
See?
So
See?
now,
That's what I'm saying.
if you get a
that's
little
what I'm
bit,
saying.
Yeah.
if
Cape
you
is
get a
more
little
like
bit more
Batman.
technical and you know a little bit more, you can do more of like a float. Eventually get that status where you can kind of just float on the floor.
So, speaking about this, have you ever been to a Renaissance festival?
Unfortunately, I haven't.
Oh man, dude, people are walking around like capes, like
you?
no business. Oh yeah, been quite a few of them, man.
I'd love to hear about this.
Definitely.
Have you encountered a Minotaur?
I
For
have
those who
dying
watched the
fetus.
previous episodes,
Eating
have
a
you
dying
saw
fetus.
a Minotaur?
not encountered a Minotaur.
Oh,
Did
come
not.
on,
But,
man.
I mean,
Right in the
Well-
Minotaur.
Well, I hate to rain on your parade. That's more Greek mythology than.
yes.
Yeah,
Come on,
I'm
man.
sorry. I guess you
sorry
did.
to tell
The
you.
Middle Ages and
Mino-
Greek mythology is two different.
That's not true. I've watched some movies that had Renaissance fairs and
They had minotaurs.
active role playing, and they had Minotaurs.
What?
Again, though,
So
yeah?
the Minotaur
it wasn't my rules. I didn't make them.
So the Minotaur was created. So what happened was Zeus had sexual relationships with a female cow,
Okay.
which then he became the Minotaur, half man, half bull.
Yeah,
and then because he didn't want them to know that he had sex with animals and
Well-
people like that, he threw them in the maze
Yes.
to protect
So
treasures.
what is this
Pandora's
maze that
box
you're
and stuff.
talking about?
Is this where they find Pandora's box?
Yeah, so I believe that the Minotaur was in there to stop mortals from getting Pandora's
Yes.
box, which then give them the power to take down or kill like actual gods like Zeus and Ares and Athena.
So, what is this Pandora box you're talking about now?
The destruction of the Greek world, right?
Yeah, it's all Greek mythology and
Yeah, man.
Zeus,
How do you not
Ares,
know
god
this?
of war.
I mean, I
Did
hear
you not
you.
grow up
but-
in the real world?
Yeah, I guess not.
Did you not read the Odyssey?
Guess I
in-
didn't hang
in
out with
high school?
cows enough.
Oh,
Sorry,
man.
not poor.
Jeez, man. Where do we find this guy?
I don't
So-
know. I don't know where you found them.
The question is Pandora's box.
Okay,
Where is it now?
that's the mystery.
Yeah,
That's
man.
the mystery.
Is there talk of where it's at on the world?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of people who say that Pandora's box is still there, and there's people. I'm pretty sure there's people out there who still believe that Hades is a real person or a real god, and Zeus and Athena and Ares and things like that. So you get people who believe in different faiths. So then you gotta sit back and say, well, what faith do you follow?
We'll go back to like if these are real people and this real stuff that happened. I mean, who knows? How long ago was this? You would go back to?
Like BC, before Christ, I believe.
Yeah, so I mean, you're talking a long, long time ago. Stuff
long
gets
time ago.
stories get conflicted, everything like that. Not saying,
Yeah.
again.
Stuff like that.
But-
Certain things are written down. But I
Yeah.
mean, like, speaking about that, the ancient times, like the pyramids, the Egyptian pyramids, the Egyptian, I guess, culture and stuff like that, which is really interesting. And I think Josh he's pretty good on this.
Yeah.
That with the astrological signs and everything else like that.
Mhm.
But what do you think about the pyramids? Do you think they were man-made, or do you think they were?
So I actually, I believe that they were man-made. I believe they were able to not make a pulley system, but almost like I saw
around
the
them.
pyramid. They were able to
Yep.
build ramps and stuff, and they built from the
Yes.
bottom up. The pyramids of Giza were built to put in the pharaohs, the first pharaohs, and
Yeah.
protect them, and they put in pulley and weight systems to block off like grave robbers and stuff.
Yeah.
Problem is, though, that they actually destroyed all the limestone and everything like that and dug underneath and made these tunnels, and they were able to get there. One pharaoh, which is your larger pyramid, actually has two exits that actually go out the side of the tomb
Really?
and up to the sky. And the pyramid is actually lined with the two stars. And
I was going to say they use a lot of stars and
they use
space
stars to
and
actually navigate back
That's
then.
how.
Yes.
Yes, that's how they
Yes.
navigate.
Yeah.
That's how they build the pyramids and everything too. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know as much as apparently as you're saying, but I know they look up to the stars for a lot of stuff, and that's how they discovered the calendar. That's how they discovered days of the month. Right.
Stuff.
I mean,
Yeah, they kind of used the stars, and then they would depict it, and that's how they were able to navigate where certain like temples and stuff like that are going.
It's interesting.
Yeah, actually, I recently found out that Horus was actually killed by his brother Set, and then they were able to rewrap. Isis, his wife, was able to rewrap, and they were able to have their son Horus. And then he became almost like your god of the underworld.
Oh yeah.
So there's
Or
there's
isn't
quite a
that
few.
Anubis or something like that?
Anubis is actually somebody who's gonna weight the scales, almost see what your life was like, and can you go on to almost like
Okay. So it's more of like he's the judger, pretty much.
yeah, pretty much. And they kind of decide
Scales
where
of
if you're going
justice waves.
their version of paradise, or you're gonna be in damnation and
Interesting.
all that.
Okay.
So
So they use these pyramids, right?
Mhm.
And how long do you think? You don't think? Obviously, they built the pyramids. There's no way that anyone else did, but it probably took hundreds of years of work.
How'd they come up with the idea?
I mean, it's a triangle. I don't know.
well, it's a triangle, but they were also trying to.
Well, they were building tombs, right? Wasn't it for?
Well, they were putting their pharaohs, and they were
yeah,
trying to make
it was really for
real-
like tombs of
real
the pharaohs
big
and everything.
Yeah, they were trying to like make people remember them.
Yeah.
So they built these huge tombs, but
Yeah.
pyramids, I think, to put the pharaohs in. You know, and
Yep.
again, I don't know.
So they're all related. They're all it's like father, grandfather, son. And then what had happened was there were grave robbers that were coming in and they were stealing. They said, okay,
Because
we need
they would bury.
their treasures.
Yeah, so they would
Because they
take
would-
all
yes.
this. And again,
Take
we
it to
talked
their
about this before.
afterlife.
Like, you can't bring stuff with you, but they would
Well,
bury.
they thought that.
Well, I don't know if
Yeah.
they. I don't
That's
know if
why they buried
actually
it
did
with
think
them.
that.
what they would do. So what had happened was they were grave robbing and stealing all the jewels and treasures and things like that. And they believed that if they put them inside and money and things like that, so what these guys were doing where they were going in and they were taking all the treasure and all the gold and everything like that. And they were completely emptying and destroying these actual like mummies and people.
Yeah. That's
So what
crazy.
they did was they picked up and they went all the way to, it's called the Valley of the Kings, which is where Thebes, which is now called Luxor,
Okay.
right? And the Valley of the Kings is where all your other pharaohs like Tut and Imhotep and things like that.
So real quick, not to cut this off, you said Luxor.
Yes, it's actually called Luxor now.
Luxor is said the Valley of.
Is next to or near the Valley of the Kings. It used to be called Thebes.
Okay.
So the Luxor, yes, the Luxor in Vegas, I believe,
That's what
is
I'm
actually a
referencing.
casino
Yeah, that's
and
what-
things
yeah.
like that. And it's actually made out of a pyramid.
Yes.
So
That's
I don't
probably
know
where they got the name. But
There's a possibility. I don't know where they. I don't know how they got from like
Valley of Thieves because they be
Ah,
robbing.
yeah.
I don't know how that happened. So they actually went to the Valley of the Kings. They found it. It was completely desolated, and everybody lost their stuff except for King Tut. So King Tut, what happened was a lot of earthquakes and sand and stuff like that. The rocks that were above had actually came down the hill and blocked the entrance to his tomb.
Okay. Good.
So
Yeah.
I forget the gentleman's name, but he found him in like 1930s or 1940s or something.
Yeah.
He found everything,
Wow.
all the gold, all his boats. So they believe that they put a boat with people to row it, that when they die, it will carry them over to
The afterlife?
the afterlife.
Wow.
So he had like a handful, I think it was like 5,300 something pieces. Golden tables, canes.
Isn't there the curse of the pharaohs or something?
Yeah, the King Tut's
I
tomb
have-
curse. So
I have heard of that. I have heard of that.
Dying and all that stuff.
Yeah,
It's
but
interesting.
the problem with that was that he actually, his parents
Okay.
were actually brother and sister.
Yeah, I heard.
So he was a child, just like the rest of them. They were children of incest. They believed that if they had sex or relations with commoners, as they would call it, that their godly bloodline would be tainted.
Mhm. Yeah. It's a
So-
little fucked up, but
He had a club foot, and he died. He died at like 19. Couldn't barely ride any chariots or anything like that. So they depict him. So he died very, very quickly. So in his actual his tomb, it's very small. There's no real paintings like they normally do of his life and things like that.
he didn't live that long.
He didn't live very long, and his tomb was more of a kind of a throw together.
Yeah.
So usually, it'd be a lot bigger, a lot vaster. There'd be more room.
Mm-hmm.
In his, it was very. You can still see the etchings on the wall from the plaster, and then all his things were kind of just like piled on top of each other and everything like that.
Gotcha, yeah.
But he actually had 2 daughters also.
Really?
Most people didn't know. Most people I didn't even know about. He had 2 daughters that actually died before they were actually born.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And they were children of incest also.
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
That's some crazy stuff there, man.
Yeah. But I got into all that because of actually Moon Knight. Moon Knight, the comic book, or the actual episode they got on Disney
Yeah,
Plus.
it's now on what, Disney Plus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
It's actually pretty cool. The whole Khonshu and Moon God and stuff like that.
Interesting, man. I might have to check that out. So, Freddie also brought up a few other things here. I got a quote here from Mr. Winston Churchill, which kind of resonates. I want to know what you guys think about this stuff. So
Okay.
We're going to start it off here. It says, Winston Churchill said this: when you're 20, you care what everyone thinks, right? I guess at that age,
King Tun didn't reach 20, so it don't matter.
I don't think he cared. I don't think he was king. I don't think he cared about what
That's
anyone
also true.
thought. Yeah,
Not at all.
I could kind of resonate with that too. Like appearances are big and all that stuff, and people are like caring about, like you, man. You're
I'm like, man, go on.
Yeah, like you.
I like to listen. Go
you're
on.
the internet troll. That's an appearance, or is that real?
What do you mean? I don't know what you're even getting at right now.
I don't know.
So it goes on here. It says, when you're 40, you stop caring what everyone thinks. Now I'm 40.
No.
Yeah,
No way.
I'm 40. 40 back.
No way.
I would have said 24.
I'm an old man. I'm over hill. I got I got 1 foot in the grave.
No.
Half foot, 1 foot. No.
Half foot, 1 foot.
How much feet you want in that grave?
Half, 1.5.
1.5. Not even close.
Yeah, man. Don't even care, man. Don't even care what people think anymore.
I hear you.
Except for you, Freddie. I care about
Obviously.
what you think.
Avi.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when I was a kid, I wasn't paying for anything. So, like, I was always trying to buy the most expensive stuff and trying to look good for school and stuff like that. When I was in like middle school, high school, things like that, I turned 18. When I turned 18, I was like, you know what? Why am I walking around spending $120 pants and name brand pants and shirts and things like that? And then I just got out of that phase, hit 19, 20. And then as I progressively got older, I'm 30 now. And I wake up, it's like, oh, you don't like me? Oh, okay. I'm not phased by, I'm not here to.
That's pretty good.
Make a bunch of friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You try to keep your circle small.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, but I care about what the people that I care about think.
Yeah.
People that I care about, like this guy. Maybe. I care about what he thinks because he cares about me.
So
I don't think he cares about what I think, though.
I think secretly he goes home and looks in the mirrr.
I think so, man. He does. He sends me these, good night texts and all that stuff. So, So to finish up this quote here, when you're 60, you realize no one was ever thinking about you in the first place. Yeah,
I think that's a good
see
point.
that, man. I guess I'm not 60 yet, so I'm getting
I guess we'll know.
I'm getting
shortly.
What's his favorite quote? I got real shit to worry about.
I do, man.
I got real shit to worry about.
I got real shit to worry about, man. I got bills to pay.
I care less what anybody else is dealing with.
That's it, man. I got real shit to worry about. That's more like celebrities and society and all that stuff. I don't care about that stuff. It doesn't affect me in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, like
I mean,
I hate to sidetrack here, but like I feel like the Kardashians are just. I'm not trying to get too much into it, but like people just follow that.
Oh yeah,
so much.
Well, I feel like in some way, sense of form, it's a sense of entertainment, and it's a sense of
use the bathroom.
Okay. I guess Freddie's stepping out.
Oh, yeah.
Stepping out real quick. Oh, hold on.
Watch him. We'll block the camera right there. Look, see how that works? Look at the shading away and everything.
Oh man. So let's continue on this without Freddie. And we'll think about if I'm gonna edit that out. But yeah, man, I view like some people need a distraction of the world and all that stuff, and that kind of takes the distraction of real world stuff, which is kind of good, but at the same time too, it's just a distraction. You still have real world stuff to think about and deal with on your own. You have your own stuff. Like I don't want to worry about what so and so is wearing or not wearing, or what they said in a tweet or anything else like that. I don't care about that stuff, man, because like it doesn't affect me.
I got you. So I have a question. I wouldn't say that I was like real upset about it, but they had that the Met Gala. I think it is in New York, or I don't know where it's at.
Yeah,
I think it's New York, and they had Kim Kardashian. Bring her up again. She actually supposedly wore the dress that Marilyn Monroe wore when she was actually singing to JFK on his birthday.
Wow,
that actual thing. So
that's
I
crazy.
feel, and she had to lose the weight supposedly in order to fit it. Okay. But I feel like something that's got that much history, no matter who wore it, shouldn't be worn again. It should be left in a museum. I mean, they were literally saying on the news that people have to touch it with like gloves. You can't touch it with your bare fingers. They have to use white gloves. Mm-hmm. And I feel like, how are we letting someone else wear the dress? It should be left in a museum for people to, you know what I'm saying? Like that's like saying, oh, hey, I'm going to wear the suit JFK wore when he got killed.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's interesting. Freddie, are you coming back to join us to wrap this up here?
Okay.
Freddie, what are you doing, Freddie? Oh my God! If you could see what this guy is doing. Oh man.
Oh no.
Oh man. Oh man.
Wobbling.
I don't know what you're doing. Don't know what you're doing, man. Oh man.
I'm back. Here I am.
Oh, okay. Freddie's now back.
All right.
Well, Freddie, thank you for joining us back at the show here.
That was part of the bit, just so everyone knows.
That's part of the bit. What the fuck did you do? You really went to the bathroom, or did you go in there and did you take a shit on my bed?
It's a little ridiculous. That sounds ridiculous.
That's what
I was changing capes.
That's an internet troll would do.
Changing.
Do you have anything to add to this?
No, that's everything. I think he summed it up pretty well. I appreciate you summing up my work. I do appreciate it.
No problem.
I do. Thank you very much, Devin.
No problem.
The Wizard. Thank you very much for showing up today on short notice and everything. Thank you for supporting me here with this. And I hopefully you guys got something out of this stuff. Let us know in the comments below what you thought about this. You know, I guess like and subscribe. We're actually going to do a poll here on Freddie the Internet Troll. What kind of rating will you give this guy? A 1 through 5. 1 through 5. 1 being the I guess the lowest, and 5 being the highest. We'll go with that.
5 being the highest.
I'd go with the opposite, but that's fine.
What an internet troll.
Never happy.
He's never happy. That's
never happy.
Troll. So thank you very much, everyone, and have a